Imagine an elementary school classroom with 20 children. 40 years ago, only one or two kids might have been obese. Today, that number has tripled. Childhood obesity has become one of the most alarming public health crises in the United States. The purpose of this speech is to convince you that childhood obesity is not just a personal issue, but rather a nationwide epidemic that demands our collective attention. I am a credible source on this topic as I have researched childhood obesity and studied the causes and effects of the epidemic. If you're planning to have kids, you should care about this problem, as their future is actively being shaped by the environment we create today. I will detail how the rise in childhood obesity rates was caused by unhealthy diets and a lack of physical activity, and then discuss the implications for healthcare, society, and future generations, and what we all can do to help reverse this trend. The first significant cause of the childhood obesity epidemic is poor nutrition and the excess consumption of processed foods. The increased availability and marketing of low nutrient processed foods for children have lowered the quality of their diets for the worst. Popular creators today are using their massive platforms to push unhealthy food products onto young audiences. For example, creators like Mr. Beast have launched products such as Prime and Lunchly, marketed as healthy, but in reality filled with sugar and additives. 2/3 of the calories consumed by children and adolescents in 2018 came from ultra-processed foods, up from 61% in 1999. Additionally, in 2018, food and beverage ads made up 23% of all ads aired during children's TV programming, a significant increase from 15% in 2012. Related to this, another pivotal factor in the rise in obesity rates is the decline in consistent physical activity. With the rise of social media platforms like TikTok, kids are on their phones more than ever and dependent on their devices to socialize. According to the Children's Hospital of Orange County, preteens today spend an average of 5.5 hours a day on their devices, an hour more than a decade ago. As a result, obesity rates have skyrocketed among American youth. Childhood obesity now affects 1 in 5 children in the U.S., leading to serious physical and mental health problems. Type 2 diabetes, once rare among children, have doubled in diagnoses from 2002 to 2018, according to CDC. Obese children are more likely to experience depression, bullying, and lifelong struggles with weight. Overweight boys are 54% more likely to be victims of bullying, according to PubMed. These effects have devastating implications for public health and social equity. We must act to protect the well-being of our country's future. Rising healthcare costs due to childhood obesity add billions annually to U.S. medical spending, as the CDC estimates obesity-related medical costs exceed 170 billion per year. Additionally, according to a journal by the Harvard Medical School, if a child is severely obese at 5, they only have a 1 in 10 chance of not being obese at 35. Given these alarming facts, we must advocate from now for limits on junk food ads to kids, promote balanced diets, and ensure that children get daily physical activity, leading to healthier and happier lives for future Americans. In conclusion, childhood obesity is not an isolated issue. It's a reflection of our society's collective food, media, and lifestyle choices. The primary purpose of this speech is to help you recognize the systemic causes for childhood obesity and support efforts to create healthier environments for children. In this speech, I've discussed how poor diets with excess processed foods and sedentary lifestyles have led to skyrocketing obesity rates for children and severe social consequences as a result. As mentioned before, in a classroom with 20 kids 40 years ago, only 1 or 2 were obese. Today, it's 5 or 6. But that story isn't finished yet, as we have the power to change the ending. If we commit now to healthier schools, families, and communities, we'll look back and see a generation that broke the cycle, one classroom, one child, one meal at a time. Thank you.